Hello guys, okay, this is the receptionist part of the tutorial. This is the receptionist section of the hotel reservation management system. Okay, so the receptionist is responsible for booking guest rooms. So assuming a guest walks into the hotel, the receptionist is responsible for booking a room for the guest. The receptionist is responsible for checking guests in, checking guests out, changing room of guests. Assuming there's an issue that came up, the guest doesn't like the guest doesn't like the room, the receptionist can change the room. So assuming someone made the booking a reservation online, the person will have to present his receipt to the receptionist or present his booking code. Actually, when someone makes a reservation online, the booking code is sent to the email of the guest, and also the guest can also print out his booking receipt. So the receptionist will be responsible for typing in the booking code into the system, and the system will bring out the information, the booking information of the guest. So let us just log into the receptionist section. So this is a receptionist account. It should log us into the receptionist section. Okay. So we are now inside the receptionist section of the website. So actually you see bookings today. I deliberately made some of these bookings. That is why they are appearing here. See the bookings today here. So these are bookings. So automatically bookings will appear on the receptionist dashboard. That should be about 100 bookings or thereabouts. But it's very important for the receptionist to check each booking number, because this particular place doesn't actually show full information. Maybe a guest is eligible for a refund, or a guest is supposed to do some makeup payment. So actually we need to search for the reception for the guest information. So I actually have a booking number here, then you can check. Okay, so this is a guest with the name of Chidemma, with a booking ID of #2184375. So you can now view the guest information. So this user have actually paid for his room, for her room. So you see the room type, booking type, receptionist, precious, and the rest of them. So this is just the booking information, and the room number here that the user paid for is room 5. So actually the receptionist will direct the user to check into room 5. Okay, so now let us go to the booking section of the receptionist interface. So when a guest walks into the hotel, the receptionist will have to go to this booking section to first book the distance for to first book a reservation for the guest. So depending on when the guest wants to, how long the guest wants to stay, 13th to 14th. Okay, number of persons, this is very important. So assuming the number of persons is 1, the system will automatically bring out rooms with the capacity of 1 person. Assume the number of persons. Okay, let's just check the availability. So as you can see, it just brought out only 2 rooms with the capacity of 1. So assuming that the guests, they are up to 3, 4, and they want to make use of 1 room, so you just have to increase the, let's go back, you just have to increase the capacity to something like 4, 5, 6, so that it will bring out more rooms with higher capacity. So as you can see, this particular room has a capacity of 6, 5. So actually the receptionist will have to check any room. So actually look at the room status. These places indicate the status of the room. So this status is being updated by the housekeeper, the cleaner. So assuming a cleaner is done with cleaning the room, the cleaner will have to update the status of the room to vacant, to something like vacant cleaned. So I'll still do a tutorial on the housekeeping section. So now the receptionist will have to book room for the guests, any room. Then click on the book selected rooms. Okay, now this is the customer information, the guest information. So we have to enter the name and the phone number of the guest and make the booking. So this booking is complete. Actually, the system will direct to the booking to the receipt page saying that the booking is confirmed, paid, because it's assumed that the guest will pay immediately. So actually, the receptionist can print a receipt for the guest if the guest is interested in that. So let's just print the receipt. So this is the receipt. If I click on this print button now, since there's no printer connected to this system, it will actually print it in PDF format. Assuming I have a printer, the booking receipt will be printed out, but let's just leave that. And also automatically the guest actually receives an email confirming his booking. So this guest's reservation has been booked. Okay, so now since the guest has been booked, let us go to the check-in section. So this is actually the guest that we just booked now. So for the guest what the reception has to do next is to check in the guest. The status of the reservation is still pending. So the reception has to check in the guests. Okay. So the guest is now checked in. The status of the guest is now checked in. So actually the guest will have to check out on 13th of July 2022. So check out. In this section, actually, all reservations that are supposed to expire today will come out here. So assuming that today is 17th of June 2022, every booking that will end on 17th of June will come out here. So actually there's no booking that will end on this particular day. That's why there's no information here. So automatically every booking that will end on that particular day will come out here, and the receptionist will have to update the status of the booking to checked out. As simple as that. So this change room link, this is just in case there's a situation with a booking, maybe the guest doesn't like the room or anything. So let us just check for the distance. Okay, we have to search the room information. So assuming that a guest has a problem with his room and wants a new room, so you just have to change the room for the for the guest. So we have to search for something like something of that nature. Okay. just take this booking number. Okay, so we are back to the change room interface. So I actually have to put the booking number of the guest so that you can be able to change the guest room. Okay, so when you input the booking number, the guest information comes out, and the room of the guest is room 5. So assuming that the guest doesn't like the room for some reason, or maybe another person has occupied the room for any reason, the guest wants to change room. So this is actually the guest information. What you have to do is just click here. You will actually see available rooms that are not yet booked. So let us change this guest room to room 2. So actually, the rooms that comes out here are actually free for this specific date. That means these rooms haven't been booked for the duration that the guest is going to stay in the hotel. So the system is already smart enough to bring out available rooms that are actually free for this particular, within the particular day that within the particular time frame that the guest will stay. So let us change the room to room 11 actually. So this guest room has actually been changed to room 11. So let us just still go and look for the reservation details of this guest. We will notice that the rooms have been changed to room 11 from room 5. Okay, so as you can see, the room number of the guest has been changed. So that is it for the receptionist section of the hotel reservation management system. So actually, let me recap. You have to check every booking number to get the guest information of each guest, so that you can know if actually the guest actually booked the room. Also, the room number of the guest, the type of room, whether the guest has paid. This particular section will bring out the whole booking information of the guest. So this booking here, this is responsible for booking a guest that walks into the hotel. You put the check-in date, check-out dates, and the number of persons that is going to check in. The check-in is where you actually check in guests. Every guest needs to be checked in. Check in a guest here. So this place actually brings out a list of bookings that the guests have not yet been checked in. So all pending bookings that the guests have not yet been checked in, they come out here. So you have to check in the guests here. So check out, like I said, all the reservations that are supposed to expire at that particular day will come out here. You just don't have any reservation that will expire today. That is why there's no data here. So, and the change room, if you want to change the room of the guest. So that will be all for the receptionist section of the hotel reservation management system. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, just to add something. So in cases of a guest forgets his booking number for any reason, the guest doesn't remember his booking number, you can actually search for the guest information based on the phone number of the guest. Actually, you can search based on phone number. It will still bring out the guest information. Search based on phone number. You can even search based on name. You can search based on name. Let's just search for